Today we're joined by Warren from Mortgage Finder and Eddie from Build Assured. We're here to talk about what happens when homeowners take on renovations and when can things really go wrong. Warren, from your perspective, why is the renovation journey still challenging for homeowners in Dubai?
It can be really problematic in terms of the way the banks want to disperse the funds. They generally want to pay it all in one go to the contractor. That obviously leaves the client exposed to whatever may go right or wrong in that whole project. So having a solution for that, a stage payment based on actual delivery and quality control, is a really good idea.
Very well. How about you, Eddie?
Well, renovations come with a lot of financial uncertainty, and many clients don't feel control of the funds. And without structure, the risk ends up sitting with both the client and the contractor.
Warren, where do you see things typically start to go wrong?
Well, I mean, when clients are coming to us for the release of funds of existing properties to renovate their existing property again, they're not really aware of the payment structured with the banks. The banks do, in most circumstances, want to make the payment in one shot, which is problematic because they'll only make it payable due to the regulations directly to the contractor, as per the central bank regulations that determine this. So they're left with a choice pretty quickly whether they want to proceed on that basis and take the risk or find a solution.
How about you, Eddie?
Things usually start to break down when payments are tied to progress, and without an independent checkpoint before the funds are released, trust can disappear quite quickly.
How important is financial control, Warren, in a project like this?
I think it's vital, really. I mean, a large renovation project can go on for 6, 8, 12 months, typically for a renovation. So having control of those funds and not going out in day one is vital for clients, because there's no guarantees or controls of quality, timely finishing, unless there's funds restricted and released milestones in the project.
Same question, Eddie.
Yeah, I have to agree with Warren. It's absolutely critical to have financial control, because both the client and the contractor are exposed, and even the lenders will start to feel uneasy about the contract as well.
And moving on, how can a structured payment system like the escrow help solve this problem, Warren?
I think having an independent third party to assess quality, timely completion, is vital, really, because it also protects. I mean, I'm discussing this from a client perspective, from a mortgage client perspective, but I think it's also providing protective in third-party assessment for the contractor as well, because the contractor, any disputes between the parties, there's an independent structure in place to iron these things out, to make sure both parties are protected by those from start to finish. And having this in the middle of that then provides such a structure.
Excellent. Same question, Eddie?
Yeah, well, escrow brings real control and security, and money only moves when the conditions have been met. So it removes uncertainty for everyone involved.
Perfect. So is escrow alone enough, or is something still missing in the process?
I think it's the whole package that is provided in terms of it sets out the parameters of what will happen through the whole project, as and when, what expectations there are on both sides and for everybody. So I think it's laying out all that clearly from the start is a real help for clients.
Okay. Yeah, like Warren said, is basically escrow is powerful, but without clear milestones and the proper verifications around that, escrow's incomplete without it, without the structure of milestones and being properly verified.
What impact would a more structured and transparent system have on the market overall?
I think they provide solid reassurance to buyers, give them more confidence in the project. Because at the moment it's not there. So this is going to be a first of its kind in the market, which those assurances are vital. And are commonplace in other markets, but not here. The banks themselves that are lending, I think having these kind of structures in place will give them more confidence in lending as well. Because there are a number of banks that won't even do equity release to do renovations. They just have pulled that all together. But with this kind of structure in place, will help provide more opportunities and more options for them as well.
Very well. What's your take on it?
Well, again, I agree, Warren. It would open up more lending opportunities, reduce the factor of disputes with the client and the contractor, and it will create a more stable environment for everyone involved.
Warren, do you believe the industry is moving towards a more transparent and structured processes?
Absolutely. In every property mortgage market, that's obviously we specialise in, transparency is vital. From the products that we sort of specifically deal in, the bank's processes, and also here the process in renovations and contracting as well, to give some regulatory sort of format to that is going to be really a positive impact on the market.
How about you, Eddie?
The market is definitely heading towards that with greater transparency, more control, and there'll be less risk involved.
Looking forward, Warren, how do you see renovation industry evolve, and how does Build Assured play a role in it?
I think there's a huge prospect in the renovation industry, whether it's sort of the initial frontline villas that were developed that are now looking at 20 years old, the early EMAR projects. If that's an original format villa that's in desperate need of renovation and improvement now, we've seen that in the last sort of couple of years, people buying and renovating properties, extending properties to make more use of the larger footprints as well. So I think it's a massive part of the market. And also, even on new properties that are delivered, they're delivered in quite a basic format. And people, the huge growth in population, people buying to live here, stay longer here now. They want to put their footprint on the properties and design them in such a way that they're going to be happy with for many years to come. So I think it's a huge factor in the market now.
Precisely. How about you, Eddie?
Yeah, the market is definitely heading towards more structure and more accountability, but a lot of that's still missing today. But our role is to set standard that people can trust. So Build Assured becomes the natural choice that people choose when they're renovating, because it gives them confidence that their job is being handled properly.
It's clear that as the market evolves, structure and transparency aren't just nice to have. They're very much essential. Thank you so much, Warren and Eddie, for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the information. Thank you.